What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's session. Tonight's isolation session for January 27, 2025. Let's test this out, make sure we're good. Test. Test. Perfect. What's going on, team? I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes. At 7:03, we will start. Gonna give everybody 3 minutes to join. Any questions beforehand? Let me know. If no questions in 3 minutes, we'll start. First thing we want to do, I'm gonna look at Forex Factory. Look at do we have any news for tomorrow? USD. We have news at 10 a.m. High impact news. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. Nothing overnight. But as we can see here on the AU chart already off the bat, market opened and we push right down, right? So we're gonna go through these pairs one by one. We'll see which ones have already moved. We'll see which ones gave us the move for the week that we were waiting for, right? There was a few 372s on pairs. There was a few third week rises. There was a few gaps in the market that we were looking for price to fill. So we'll go through that. We'll go one by one through each and every single pair of these. Again, the pairs will go over the ones with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AU, finishing off with US oil. But if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know. We are going in order, so if you have a pair that's not on our list, we'll do it at the end of the stream. If you guys have any questions, anything that doesn't make any sense, something that you want me to explain again, just let me know. And for the guys watching the recording, right, if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to message me. Please make it easier for the both of us. If you have a question about a certain pair, let me know obviously what pair it is. Let me know the timestamp as to where your question is. So for example, in this case, we've been streaming for 3 minutes. So, you know, if you're like, oh, I have a question about AU in 2 minutes and 25 seconds when you said this, and that, right? Makes it a lot easier for us to get on a call, do our one-on-one session, and it'll be a lot quicker than having to go back and find it, right? So, make sure you guys join the Discord. I will post the link for the Discord right now in the chat. Give me 1 second. Everything we do in the session, everything we do here in this group, completely free, right? We do one-on-one sessions, the live trading sessions, the isolation sessions, the weekly market breakdown, right? Weekly market breakdown usually on Sundays, the isolation sessions Monday through Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. and the live trading sessions Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. And again, we do the one-on-one sessions. You could either request a one-on-one with me or with E, and we'll be glad to get that sorted. We'll give everybody 2 more minutes. We'll start at 7:05. We'll start at a more decent time. We're a little tired, guys. I haven't really slept, gonna be honest. Been having a difficult time sleeping these last couple nights. It don't matter how many kiwis I eat, man. The shit don't work. And I don't want to take melatonin even though I've tried it and it doesn't work on me either. And anything else, I'm just not willing to put any of that in my body. I just gotta go through the motion. The good thing is I'm not tired throughout the day, but once 6 o'clock comes, oh, I cannot fucking wait to get into bed. As soon as I see 6 o'clock, that's when I get tired. But then I get into bed, I sleep for like an hour, 2 hours, and then I'm wide awake. Can't really go back to sleep, so then I'm just tossing and turning till 5 o'clock when I get out of bed. So it's tough roads, man. Tough fucking roads, but it's all good. Miss Auntie in the building. I don't know if they're still in here. I noticed they typed at 6:30. We weren't even live at that point. Jumper the GOAT. That's all you guys, man. You guys are the GOAT. I'm just me, man. I'm just me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions also about any trades you guys took today, anything you guys saw in the market, personally, again, for me, I woke up. Well, first and foremost, I was up right during London. I was up during Asia and a little bit of London, beginning of London. I didn't take any trades though. I was looking at the charts. I'm like, damn, a lot of these pairs look really good. And there were some pairs where I should have taken a trade. Should have taken an entry, but you know, again, I follow my rules really strictly. I don't trade during Asia or London. I was just up, but I was just looking at the charts. I'm like, wow, this is really good. If only they could do this during the NYC session. So we'll go over the pairs again. There was a few pairs that had 372s. There was a few pairs that have a third week of rise. There's a few pairs that had really good entry criteria for gaps to be filled and stuff like that. So we'll go over it. No rush, right? Wanted to give everybody till 7:05, but looks like we're good. Anybody in the chat? You have any questions? Let me know, right? So let's get started. So again, I'm not gonna make this session super, I'm not gonna make this extended, even though it is the first week or the week. Sorry, even though this is the first isolation session for the week. Again, a lot of these pairs, for the most part, are just sitting in the same position they've been sitting in for the last 2-3 weeks. There's a few pairs that are still just consolidating in the same zones they've been consolidating for the last couple weeks. So for the most part, for those pairs, I'm not gonna do any crazy explanations unless you guys want them. So let's get started. AU, right? We'll start in the daily time frame. We'll talk about the daily high, daily low. Any continuations. Then we go to the 4-hour. In the 4-hour, we'll talk about the 4-hour high, 4-hour low, and then in the 30-minute, same thing. 30-minute high, 30-minute lows. Any continuations, anything we can see for this week, right? So AU, we know we're in A2. Right, we're in the second zone of consolidation in the overall market makers pattern. We're in a downtrend, and we're looking for that third and final push to the bottom side. Right, we know that the market still gave us a 30-minute gap, which was a 30-minute gap that was given at the market open. Right, and we still know we have this 30-minute gap at the top of the market that price still hasn't filled. On top of the fact that we still have these gaps at the top of the market, price also failed to give us a clean and clear break of structure. Right now, we're still testing lows. So could this be the inducement of the lows for then price to turn around and start giving us higher highs and higher lows to go back to the top side? Of course. Right, once again, the bottom of the zone of consolidation, how many times did price reject these lows? Right, how many times did price tap into these lows, reject the lows, and go right back to the top side? Right, so it's the same thing right now. Right now the question just is price going to give us a break of structure first? Right, are we going to see something like this for then price to give us a pullback and then for price to start that push back down to the bottom? Or does price just want to come back up first and then go down and give us the break? Right, this is really what we have to wait for, right? And that's okay. We'll wait for market structure, we'll wait for continuations. It's all good. We keep it simple, right? We have 3 months to drop, this month being the 4th month. I'm not expecting price to continue to push to the downside. I'm expecting price to move sideways and give us a no net, or do what it's doing now and push up to the top side. We still have a few days, so price could still finish on a no net. We're super close to the opening candle for the month, so we just gotta wait it out and see what price wants to do. In the 4-hour time frame, there was a few pairs that we might have to update for the weekly time frame, but we will cross that road once we get there. Right, in the 4-hour time frame, we have 2 weeks of rise. Right, counter rise. We know that we have a gap that opened up the week, this week, so we know that resets the trend. Right, so could I be expecting price to give us that third push to the top side? It could happen, especially with that gap that we have in the market. But understanding that we have that gap, it resets the trend. I'm not expecting price to push up to the top side. Right, we have 2 days of rise as well. This 372 going counter. The fact that we had a gap to open up the market for the week resets the trend once again, like we said. So it doesn't have to follow that 372. Right, and it's going counter. So right now, again, we're just following price. Right, we still have that gap. Once again, AU is not a pair that I'm going to be trading. I'm just going to leave it alone. Right, leave it alone. I'm going to turn it off as well. What we'll do in this session too, I'm going to start getting used to doing the STP during the isolation sessions. Usually I only do it in the morning, but this will be easier for me when I wake up. I just look at the charts, look at STP. So ADR is 56 pips. STP is 37 pips, right? And we already know that for today, right, for Tuesday, price already gave us 37 pips, literally. Right, it gave us 36.8 pips, so AU is definitely done for the day. We're just gonna turn that one off, right? We're gonna go on to the next one. EA finally gave us the break of structure. We're moving. EA, we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. We have a month of rise, right? So right now, no continuations. We're still looking good. right? We have no engulfing candles in the daily time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we're looking for a break of structure. Did we get a break? Not yet. We're still testing, right? We still don't have that second green candle that closed above. We just have one green candle that closed above, and then price came back down. However, this is looking good in the 30-minute time frame, right? In the 30-minute time frame, we have a change of character, right? We had, first and foremost, let's take a step back so we can know exactly where market structure is at, right? We're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, lower low, change of character, right? Then price started moving sideways, right? We had price moving sideways, boom, 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 until this, and then price gave us a low, right? And then the high, right? Then price went up and gave us a change of character, higher high, boom, higher low, and then price gave us a higher high. So EA is looking good. EA, we could start looking for entries now. So EA, we had a day of rise on Friday. Today, Monday, price gave us a second day of rise. Could we expect price to give us that third day push to the top side? Absolutely. Right, this is looking good. This is looking picture perfect. Right, so first and foremost, let's get this. Let's put this up here. 30-minute high. The 30-minute high, we have a break of structure. This break gave us this 30-minute high over here. Last green candle before the push down to the bottom, which is this one. And I'm going to be using higher high, higher low. This is the last red candle before the push to the top side. I'm going to use the green wick since that's the lowest candle in this area, right? And we have 2 days of rise. Could we expect price to give us a third day push to the top side? Of course. We're in V2. We also know that in V2, right, in level 3, we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA, and that's exactly where we're at right now in the 30-minute time frame. So right now we are looking perfect. 372. Right, once again, V2, we're looking for that third push, right? We're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA. Boom, perfect. 50 EMA in the daily time frame. The 4-hour time frame, same thing. We're above the 50. We're right on it. Perfect. Right, we also know that we have a week of rise, which was last week. No engulfing candles, nothing in the daily, nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1, 30-minute, nothing in the 30-minute either. No engulfing candles. So right now we just have the crosses of the EMAs. We have the 50 EMAs. So now I want to go down to the lower time frame to kind of look for our change of character break of structures. We know we had higher high, higher low, higher high, boom. Lower low, change of character. Lower high. Right, and price has not broken these lows. Right, so technically we're still trading between this low and this high in the 5-minute time frame. Right, the 1 minute would be very identical. Same thing, right? We could see that price hasn't broken these lows. We're still trading between this high and this low. So no change of character, break of structure as of right now. We still got to be a little patient. Right, could we get an aggressive entry just based off the EMA? Yeah, of course. But we understand that entry isn't going to give us such a good stop loss, right? Because now if we just look at market structure, where would I want to put my stop loss? Right, since we're looking at this in the 30-minute time frame, we had the break of structure here. What was the last pullback before the break? Right, and the last pullback before the break happened here. So that would mean that I would be looking for an entry somewhere in this area, and we would have a 50 pip stop loss. It doesn't make any sense, right? Oh, but could you just have an aggressive tight stop loss down into this area here? Yeah, but it's still 23 pips, right? A 23 pip stop, a 50 pip stop, it's not that good, right? Now if we could have a 15, a 10 pip, a 5 pip stop loss, that makes stuff a lot easier. But how do you get those type of stop losses? If you have an engulfing candle, if you have market structure playing on your part, right? If you have that break of structure, if you have the change of character break of structure, once you start seeing higher highs and higher lows, that's when you want to start looking for those entries. So right now for EA, we just got to be a little patient, right? Just wait it out. But EA is definitely one on our watch list for tomorrow. This is definitely going to be a pair on my watch list. So EA will keep this one on. Give me 1 second, guys. Taking a sip of water. Let's go look at EU. EU, we know we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. Once again, we know we have 3 months of counter drop. This month, I'm not expecting price to continue going short, right? I'm looking for price either go up or finish on a no net, move sideways, right? And right now, we are pushing up. In the 4-hour time frame, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, I'm expecting price to give us that third push to the top side and give us a new high, and that's exactly what price already did. So perfect. Right now, in the 30-minute time frame, what I want to see in the 30-minute time frame is a little change of character, break of structure. We got the break, right? Once we got the break, we got the pullback, and we got price to give us that third push to the top side again, right? Price ended up giving us a day of rise, 2 days of rise, today being the third day. Price gave us that third day push, and we ended up finishing on that third day high, right? We do have 3 days of rise. Now, the only situation with EU now is the fact that we had a gap in the market, right? Again, that gap in the market that was filled resets the trend. So could price technically push back up to the top side? Of course. Now, looking at the ADR, looking at STP, very similar to AU, we could see that STP has already been hit, right? 83 pips is ADR already for Tuesday, right? Tuesday's trading session, price already gave us STP. Price, as soon as the market opened, it pushed down, right? So 83 minus 33, 55 pips. Right, so we know that STP is 55 pips on EU, and so far for today we already did 64. So EU's already done, right? That's it. I'm just gonna turn it off. There's nothing left on the table for us, nothing for us here to take, nothing here for us to be waiting for. As a matter of fact, we won't even update this. I'm gonna wait for tomorrow's trading session to update 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows, because I don't want to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, right? I want to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, even though it would be the same thing, right? We're still trading between this high and this low at this point. But EU will turn that one off. We already know that for tomorrow, AU and EU is not going to be one on our watch list. EURCAD daily time frame. We know that we are in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation and an overall uptrend in the market maker's pattern. We know that we still have this gap here at the bottom of the market. We still don't have a valid break of structure of these highs. So once again, very similar to what we were talking about in this weekend's weekly market breakdown. I'm either looking for price to give me a break of structure, pullback to then continue the push to the top side, or I'll be looking for price to give me a pullback first and then give us the entries to continue the push to the top side. These are the two options that we have. We're either going to see the pullback first to fill the gap to then continue, or we'll get the break of structure, the pullback to fill the gap to then continue, right? So EURCAD is just about really being patient, right? Wait for the market to give us our confirmations, and then we'll continue to take a trade. I also like the fact that we have a month of rise, right? And this month, the fact that price is pushing up to the top side again, we still have a few days. So could this still finish on a no net? Of course, right? But if price finishes on a second month of rise, then we know next month we'll be looking for price to give us a new push to the top side before going back down, right? So we'll wait on that, no worries. We had 2 weeks of rise, this week being the third week. Again, price already gave us that third week push to the top side, and as we could see, already price started that push back down to the bottom, right? So we had multiple days where price has been pushing to the top side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days where price has been pushing to the top side, and today makes it 8 days. Right, and again we had higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price gave us a lower low, change of character just now. That's how I treat them. We buy way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. We buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Things we buy to cover up what's inside. Right, so 88 pips is ADR, STP is 58. Crackhead, crack, but a white man get paid off of all of that. And we already did 47 pips. So once again, this one hasn't done STP, but we will keep this one on for the sake of STP. But again, we can see that price is already moving. So me was good, Kendall. GA, we're in V2. Right, we already started our level 3 push. We had the break of structure, we had the pullback, right? In the pullback, we can see that price started giving us change of characters and break of structures. We'll start looking at that in the 30-minute time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we have 3 weeks of drop. after 3 weeks of drop, we're looking for price either consolidate or push up, and we pushed up, right? We got another week of rise last week. Now in the 30-minute time frame, we had 2 days of rise, which is perfect. Today we're looking for that third push to the top side, and that's exactly what price gave us. Gave us that third push to the top side, right? And we know now that we were trading between change of character, break of structure. We never got a real pullback. Price just literally continued that push to the top side, and we still don't really have a 30-minute high. So we'll continue to monitor GA. GA for right now, I would love for price to give me a pullback. Let's start looking at the daily time frame, 4 hour and the 30. Do we have any engulfing candles? Right, we know that we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA, so we still don't really have a pullback towards the 50 EMA in the 4 hour time frame, or in the daily time frame. Sorry, in the 4 hour time frame, we still don't have that pullback either, and technically we're still in that downtrend because the 50 crossed below the 200. So we know that we'll get that pullback when the 50 crosses back above the 200. And now in the 30-minute time frame looks good. Right, 50 is above the 800, 50 cross above the 200. The only thing that's missing is for price to give us a pullback, right? Do we have any engulfing candles? Let's see. Nothing in the 1 hour, no valid engulfings in the 1 hour, no valid engulfings in the 4, nothing in the daily, and nothing in the 30 either. Right, so right now for GA, we just got to be a little patient. Right, we'll love for price to give us some sort of confirmation again, whether that's a change of character, break of structure, a pullback, an engulfing candle, something that gives us, you know, EMA bounce, something that gives us a confirmation to get into the trade. Right, we'll love to start seeing that. We have no continuations as well. Right, we'll love to see 2 months of rise, or 2 weeks of rise, or 2 days of rise to take a 372. But again, this 372 that started off for this week, the fact that it ended on a Friday to start a new week, this 372 is not that high probability, but we also never really got a pullback. Right, price finished at the top of the day. As soon as the market opened, it gave us that third day push, and it just continued to trend. It just never gave us a real pullback. So once we get that pullback, that's when we'll start taking that trade, and that's when we'll look for an entry. So right now for GA, we know we could turn that one off. GCAD in the daily time frame, we're still in level 2. Right, level 2, we're looking for that push back to the top side, making higher highs and higher lows. Right now, no continuations in the daily time frame. In the 4 hour, we just have a week of rise. Right, this week we can see that price started that push to the top side, no engulfing candles either. And in the 30-minute time frame, we know we had a change of character, break of structure, and price has yet to give us a pullback. Right, so right now we know we're trading between this 30-minute high up here, and we know we have another day of rise. So this is another pair where right now price has been giving us 3, 4, 5, 6 days of rise. Right, we were making lower low, lower highs, lower lows. Price went up, gave us a change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher high. Again, these were just testing candles. We never had a clean break of structure until these candles up here. Right, all of these candles here that are still touching the line, all of these candles here are still testing. We didn't get a break of structure until these green candles here. Right, so technically we're still higher high, higher low, boom, higher high. So I am looking for a pullback. Right, we'll love to get a pullback in the 200 EMA. Once we start seeing how everything starts lining up, guys, this is why everything just makes sense. Right, in level 2, what are we looking for? We're looking for price bounce off the 200 EMA. Not only would this be a bounce off the 200 EMA, but if we look at where this zone is, the retest, this is the retest of the previous break of structure. Right, it's a retest of the higher high, higher low, boom, higher high. We're looking for price to bounce off, right, the break of structure. Right, so everything is just lining up picture perfect. So again, we were looking for the change of character. Right, last week we talked about it. What are we looking for these pairs to start looking for entries? We're looking for the change of character, break of structure. Once we get that BOS, once we get the retest after the break of structure, that's when we want to start looking for entries. Right, so right now we already have those confirmations. Now we just have to wait for the retest. Once we wait for the retest, that's when we start attacking the markets. That's when we start looking for entries. It's that simple. Right, daily time frame, no engulfing candles. In the 4 hour, no engulfing candles. In the 1 hour, no engulfing candles. In the 30, none. Right now, just gotta wait for market structure to give us a little bit more confirmations to then start looking for those trades. So GCAD is looking good. GJ, give me 1 second, guys. Hope I'm not getting sick again, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna jinx it, but not looking good. This weather down here has been crazy. Yesterday was cold as shit, and then today we woke up on it was 80 outside. So yeah, I woke up a little congested, and I'm not feeling bad, but I'm a little congested. It is what it is, right? The change of weather is definitely kicking my butt today. GJ, right? So GJ, we know that overall we're in peak formation high. We're in the highest point in the market. We're still in an uptrend. We're still making higher highs and higher lows, right? In the 4-hour time frame, we know that we were in a zone of consolidation within that higher high and higher low, and we know that price has just been rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time. And once again, very similar to the other pairs, right? We have 3 weeks of drop. After 3 weeks of drop, we know that the next week we're looking for price to move sideways or go up. It ended up giving us that push to the top side and moved up, right? And on the 30-minute time frame, once again we had a change of character. After the change of character, we had higher high, higher low. We had the break of structure, higher high, right? We had a gap in the market, reset the trend. Price ended up going up, filled the gap up. As soon as we filled that gap up, price pushed right back down to the 30-minute low. So we're still trading between the previous higher high and higher low. We have no continuation though. We have a day of drop, right? So right now we just gotta be patient with GJ. GJ, I'm not really too interested in trading it, right? I would love for price to give me some other confirmations before taking a trade on here. But GJ was beautiful, right? GJ gave us last night, right? And we even talked about this on Sunday, right? I'm like, oh, GJ is gonna be a nice trade to take, right? Not only because we had the EMA bounce, but we had a previous higher high and higher low, right? We had the retest. As soon as we got the retest, which was right here, price went up, filled the gap, boom, perfect. That's it. That's TP, right? And this entry was given at 9 p.m., right? 9 p.m. So if you were up at this time, if you were looking at your charts, this was a beautiful trade, right? Even if you missed this trade, I'm pretty sure if we go down to the 5-minute or the 1-minute time frame, you would see a change of character, break of structure, right? And you had a change of character in the 1-minute. Yeah, the 1-minute you had a change of character, break of structure. It's very beautiful, right? You had lower low, lower low, boom, change of character, higher high, higher low, right? You had break of dude, hello, thank you, right? Higher high, higher low, boom, higher high, higher low, right? And then for price to go up, fill the gap, go back up to the 30-minute high, and then price ended up going back down. So if you were even looking at GJ and you probably took a trade somewhere in this area, let's say you got it right on the retest, right? Let's say you got an aggressive entry somewhere here, right? You had a nice 25, 24 pip stop loss for a price to give you a nice 50 pip TP, right? It's not too bad, right? Especially for GJ. GJ pays out, right? GJ is a really good pair to trade. So GJ gave you that beautiful, beautiful entry last night. If you guys were looking at that, let's go back to the 30, right? So nothing to change. We're still trading between the previous higher high and higher low. No continuations to the weeks. Right now we still gotta see that second week, but we know we rejected the low, so go back up, right? Daily, nothing. Okay, so no engulfing candles either in the daily or the 4 or the 1 or the 30, right? So right now for GJ, me personally, again, I'm just kind of taking a step back from GJ. Easy trade. Was good. Welcome to the stream. I saw your message a little earlier. You sent that shit at like 6:30. I was like, damn. But I saw it at 7 when I opened up OBS. Like, God, I wasn't in the chat yet. Kendall said, I seen that entry. Yeah, GJ had there was a few pairs last night. There was a few pairs last night that I saw that gave really good entries, especially because the market gave us that gap or these gaps. There was a few pairs last night. Let me see. I think we skipped one. I just want to be sure. I don't think we did though, but I'm pretty sure the other ones. I think GU, but I haven't done GU yet. Yeah, let me see. So GU, yeah, GU. See, same thing with GU. Because I remember I was last night, like I said, like I was up. I couldn't sleep last night for some reason. And I was up. I was looking at the charts, but again, I just wasn't trading it. But GU, same thing. right? We had 2 days of rise, today being the third day. We also had that gap. Again, resets the trend, but we know where we're looking for the pullback, right? Once we got the pullback and once we got the push up to the top side, right, that was pretty much it. Like these gave really nice entries. I can't even lie, right? It gave really nice entries. I believe GU was on the 1 minute. See, was it GU? No, I know definitely GJ was one, but I remember there was another pair that gave us like a nice engulfing candle um off the retest. But regardless, this one just gave us a little inducement of the lows, right? Rejection. This one didn't give us an engulfing though. In the 15, it gave us a fake out, right? This one wasn't a clear engulfing because of the red candle not printing a bottom wick, but did give us that nice push to the top side, right? So regardless, let's go to the daily, right? So GU, we'll talk about GU. I went a little bit more in detail with GU this weekend. Give me 1 second, sorry about that. Looking at a text message. So GU, we know we're in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We know that we have the break of structure, so we have higher high, higher low, higher high, price pushed down and gave us a higher low. So again, very similar to the other pairs, right? We have 3 months of drop. This month, I'm not expecting price to continue to push to the bottom. I'm expecting a no net, or I'm expecting a month of rise. And at this point, we're looking at a no net. So again, we still have a few more days left for this month, so we'll see. Price in the daily time frame is still downtrending. In the 4 hour, also still downtrending, still making lower lows and lower highs, but still following the rules. 3 weeks of drop. After 3 weeks of drop, market must go sideways or give us a push to the top side, and it gave us that push to the top side, right? On the 30-minute time frame, we had a change of character. We had the break of structure. On the break of structure, we had a rise drop. We have the retest, right? We had a 4th day variation where price gave us that 4th push to the top side, and then price just continued higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, to where we're at now, higher high, right? We have a day of rise, 2 days of rise, today being the 3rd day. Price gave us that 3rd day push to the top side, but once again, the fact that price gave us a gap, sorry, give me 1 second, guys. The fact that price gave us a gap to start the week off, right, especially on the 30-minute time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, resets the trend. So could price continue to push to the top side? Absolutely, right? We also had that 372. Price gave us that beautiful push to the top side. It filled the gap. It gave us a 372. GU was beautiful last night as well. So if you took this trade, congratulations. We did talk about this in the weekly market breakdown, as well as GJ. Let's look at STP as well. So 121 is ADR. 121 minus 33, 81 pips. 81 pips. So far already for today, we have done 61 pips. So we still good. Gonna keep that one on. We'll look at this tomorrow. All good. Any questions, guys? Let me know. I know I'm going a little fast, but not too fast. So we know we're higher high, higher, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, lower low, change of character. Alright, so let's change this to a little change of character. Alright, so we had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, and then we had higher high, change of character. We had a 3rd week push. Alright, hold on. I have too much drawn out here. Let's start. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. So, boom. We're trading between this 30-minute low, this 30-minute high. Let's clean this up a little bit. 30-minute high, STP. We'll move this here. This 3rd week high. Oh, good. We'll change this now. We have a day of rise. Perfect. Alright, in the 4-hour time frame, we know we're still trading. Still don't have a significant pullback, so we're still trading between this low. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing, flower again. If my burger alarm starts again. What you think all the guns is for? All purpose full, got the rollers by the door. And I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals trying to drop my decimals. Damn. You have a 4-hour engulfing candle. Red, red, green. Beautiful. Right. Look at the daily time frame. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. Right. Month of drop, no continuation. We have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week. Gave us a beautiful third week push to the top side. And now I want to look for another engulfing candle in the lower time frame, which will give us a better stop loss. Right, because I would have taken an engulfing candle in the 4-hour time frame to use a 436 pip stop. That just doesn't make sense, especially for US30. Right, so let's look at the 30-minute time frame. We had a little inducement of the lows, change of character. We went back up to a higher high. We have a nice engulfing candle here at the bottom, which was given at 4 a.m. Right, but STP and ADR was already hit by this time. Right, but it did give you a nice entry. Right, and then price ended up printing another engulfing candle. This engulfing candle here, which was at 11 a.m. Red, red, green. However, price, it did give us the retest and then continued. But again, ADR was already hit. Since price already filled that retest, I'm not going to be using it as a retest. Right, so US30 gonna keep it simple, right? I'm gonna wait for continuations. The fact that we already had that third week hit, I'm not obviously expecting price to continue. Could price continue? Of course, right? It's US30. You know, at this point, we've seen it all. In the last 2 years, US30 has been definitely one of those pairs that we're just kind of not surprised about what moves it has been making. But again, remember that at one point, right, in 2022, there was a point where we were like, oh, price is definitely gonna start pushing back down to the bottom. Right, we completed the 3 pushes to the top side. After we completed the 3 pushes to the top side, price started giving us lower lows and lower highs. We had a nice zone of consolidation on day 100 EMA. At one point, very similar to what gold looks like now in the 4-hour time frame, or how gold looked in the 4-hour time frame. At one point, we thought that US30 was going to start that downtrend push. And then what happened? Price just continued to push to the top side. So it happens, right? Especially for these pairs that are highly manipulated, right? Highly manipulated. So at this point, it's just about following market structure. Again, could you trade the markets in these conditions? Absolutely, right? We've taken beautiful trades in the last couple months with US30, but when price has been making sense to take a trade, right? And we could go back to that again. You know, I save everything on my charts. We could go back to those months and we could see it, right? When price is trending, price is trending. When price makes sense, it makes sense, right? And this was back in November, right, until December, right? So we had a whole month where price was moving beautiful, right? Every entry just made sense, right? So right now for US30 is really just about being patient, right? Now waiting for price to start making sense again. And that's what we're waiting for. Once I get a change of character and a break of structure, that's when I'll start taking a trade. But the fact that we could see that US30 is making higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, like I'm not gonna trade that, right? Once I get higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, break of structure, that's when I'll start trading again. And the fact that we're at the top of the daily high again, I'm not gonna be taking any trades up here. I'm either gonna wait for price to give us a break, retest to continue, or I'll be looking for price to give us a rejection of the highs, and once I get a change of character, break of structure, this is when I'll start taking a trade to go back down to the bottom, right? That's the only 2 trades that I'll take on US30. I'll either wait for a continuation or I'll wait for the shift, which again is a change of character, break of structure, and then we start looking for trades, right? So as of right now on US30, just kind of taking a step back, not really forcing any trades, just taking it easy for now. Alright, we're almost done here, guys. Any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over, whether or not they're on our list, anything you guys want me to explain, let me know. If not, then again, we're almost done. We're only missing 4 more pairs, and these pairs are going to go by pretty fast. USDZAR, we're in V2, right? We're in level 3 already. We're starting that third push to the top side. We have 3 months of rise. This month, we're expecting prices to move sideways or push down, and we can see that prices just been consolidating. So once again, just gonna keep it simple with USD CAD. I'm either looking for price to give us a pullback back down to the bottom, or I'll be looking for the break of structure above our zone of consolidation. And right now we're just still moving sideways, so I have nothing on USD CAD. Right, we have another day where price has just been moving sideways. Right, no continuations, no break of structures, no entries. Right, we're still just moving sideways. So USD CAD, I'm not even gonna entertain it. We're gonna turn that one off. USD ZAR, right? Very similar to USD CAD, they move very similar. We're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. We know we have this gap at the bottom, so again, we're looking for price to fill this gap up. But again, very similar to what GA looks like, or GCAD, right? We're either looking for price to give us a pullback first to then continue the push to the top side, or we'll be looking for the break of structure above the zone of consolidation to then give us a pullback to fill the gap and then continue the push to the top side. Right, we have 3 months of rise. This month I'm expecting price either push down or give us a no net, and right now we're in that no net area, so we're looking good. Right, we have 2 weeks of drop, this week being the third week. Price gave us a new low and then pushed to the top side. And on the 30-minute time frame, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, change of character, higher high. We had a little change of character, change this to change of character, change to that low. And right now we don't really have a set high. I'm not gonna say this is higher high, higher low, higher high, so I'm just gonna mark this as the high for now. Right, and right now just gonna take a step back from USDZAR. Just gonna wait this one out. DOPUSD, hey man, that's all you, that's all you. We'll let you turn the stream on and do DOPUSD. Said XRP. XRP is looking good. We had somebody a few days ago ask about XRP. As a matter of fact, I want to actually see that chart real quick. Gold. Let me see. Right, because I did kind of give an example, or not even an example, but I did give like my. Yeah, see, so we're looking for two things: either break of the high or break of the low. We're in the zone of consolidation. Right, price gave us a little push to the bottom. Didn't give us a clean break, just testing candles. Right, so we could still just be inducing these lows, especially with the 800 EMA. We retested the 800 EMA. For price to continue that push to the top side. So XRP is looking good, and I'm assuming Bitcoin looks the same. Zone of consolidation. We went higher high, higher low, higher high. Boom. Price went down and gave us a change of character low. But how do we look? Pretty similar. Right? Rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, and then we're still just kind of sitting in this area. So, alright, we're almost done here, guys. I've been streaming already for 45 minutes, so let's take a look at gold. Right, so gold, we know we're still in peak high territory, very similar to US30, very similar to GBPJPY. Right now, price is still following the uptrend structure, right? We're still making higher highs and higher lows in the daily time frame. However, in the 4 hour, we know that in the 4 hour at one point, we were making higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, change of character, lower low, right? And price started giving us a zone consolidation where price was rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, going back to the top. We have 4 weeks where price has been pushing to the top side, making higher highs and higher lows, so it's looking good, right? We also know that in the 1 hour time frame, we have a 1 hour engulfing candle that price still hasn't tapped into. We know that in the 30-minute time frame, we have a 30-minute gap, or a 30-minute engulfing candle that price hasn't tapped into. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, then price went down today and gave us a little change of character, lower low, right, which happened here. Gotta change the song, I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Right, this change of character gave us this 30-minute high, and now we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low over here. right? And we had a day of rise, and then today price gave us a day of drop. So gotta wait for a little bit more confirmations. We still don't have that retest of the engulfing candles. Right now we're still in an uptrend, so this could still technically be an inducement of the lows to continue to push to the top side, but we'll be patient. Once we get the break of structure, once we get the retest, that's when we'll be looking for that entry. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Right, so gold, we're still looking good. Right now, so far, the only pair that I'm still keeping on the watch list at 372 is EA. Right, still gotta wait for a little bit more confirmations, but right now EA looks like the best pair. Just gonna go through these one more time real quick. Right, these other pairs already hit STP. Some of them already hit ADR for the day. Some of them haven't moved yet. Right, so gold looking good. We'll keep an eye on gold. We got a no net today for Bitcoin. We had a day of drop yesterday. We also had a little change of character, so we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. I'm going to use the body of this red candle and the lowest candle here. And in the news, you wind up dead in the news. Ain't no peace treaty, just peace and DG, just two pre-approved. Bodies on top of bodies, obbies on top of obbies, obviously. 4 hour no continuation. We're still kind of in this little zone of consolidation, as we can see. Price is just rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs. And in the daily time frame, we're still in this peak high territory kind of situation. So still waiting for that break. We're either going to be waiting for a break of the highs, or we'll be waiting for a rejection of the lows to continue the push to the top side. And that's what we're kind of waiting for at this point. Now at these lows, 4 hour time frame, no engulfing candles. The 1 hour, no engulfing candles. The daily time frame, no engulfing candles just yet. 30-minute on Bitcoin is a super small or super volatile time frame, so I'm not really going to be looking for engulfing candles in the 30-minute on Bitcoin. And on US oil, right? US oil has made the moves, man. US oil has been the best pair. I even called these trades out last night, or not even last night, yesterday during the isolation session, or the weekly market breakdown. Sorry. Join the Discord for your one-on-one class. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys join the Discord. Right, the link is in the chat. I posted it earlier. If you guys need the link again, let me know. It's also in the description below. We do free one-on-one sessions. We'll be free. You know, I'm free every day. Whenever you guys wanna request a one-on-one session with me, I'll be free. I know E's free this entire week as well. So make sure you guys take advantage, join the Discord, request on one-on-one sessions. Again, everything we do here is free. We do the isolation session from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, the live trading session Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. and the weekly market breakdown every single Sunday. And again, that doesn't really have a set time, but I usually start it at around 2-3 p.m. So make sure you guys join the Discord. We'll post the times as when we're live. But last but not least, guys, unless you guys have any other questions, this is the last pair for the night. US oil, we're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom side. We can see that price has been rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time. No continuations just yet in the daily time frame. In the 4 hour time frame, no continuations, but we had a 4 hour engulfing candle, right? And we were looking for price to give us that retest to continue, and price gave us that retest today. Right at 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, gave us the retest, and as soon as it gave us the retest, price went straight into profit. Right, so this is a beautiful entry. If you were up for that, congratulations if you took that trade. There was somebody, Mr. James, a brand new student. He's been trading for a while, but he sent me a message. He took this trade, very beautiful trade. Right now we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we know that we're trading between this lower high over here. He was like, man, thank you. I watched your session last night. I was looking at oil. I wasn't sure, but your confirmations made this trade super clean. So you're welcome, Mr. James. Right, oil's looking beautiful. So Any other questions, guys? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Any other examples you want me to explain again? Let me know. If not, that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Again, at this point, the only pair on my list is EA. Everything else kind of already moved, right? GU's only missing like 10 pips to hit STP. ECAD, same thing, only missing a few pips to hit STP, and right now we just gave a little change of character, lower low. GCAD, we're in a higher high situation looking for a pullback. GJ, who the hell knows where we're at with GJ, to be honest. So GJ is just kind of on and off for me. GU, again, only missing like 10 pips to hit STP. US30 is obviously, we'll see this one tomorrow morning. Gold hasn't moved just yet, so we'll see what price wants to do. Does price want to go back up and give us a retest of the engulfing candles, continue to push to the bottom side? We'll just have to be patient. And then Bitcoin and oil again. Oil gave us the push that we were looking for this week already. That entry was given at 5 in the morning, so unfortunately it's too early for me, right? I was already sleeping. I was still sleeping at the time. I woke up 30 minutes after that entry, and then at that point was already kind of too late to take those trades. So and again, any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, I'll be live tomorrow morning. I'll be up even if there's no trades. Even if I wake up and I look and ADR or SCP's already been hit, I'll still turn the stream on. I'll go over the pairs. We'll talk about the reasonings as to why. Or as to why we won't take a trade or why we will. And that's pretty much it, guys. Jumper the GOAT. That's all you, man. That's all you. Let me know any other questions. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Once again, everything we do is completely free. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. If not, we'll be done. That's pretty much it, man. Few good pairs last night. Should be the same for tomorrow's trading session. So we'll definitely keep an eye on EA. We'll keep a very close eye on EA. EA looks like the best one on our list. So once we get those confirmations, we'll start taking these trades. Looks like everybody's good. No questions. Let me check the Discord real quick, just in case. I like that poll. That's dope. What pair are you watching? Yeah, that's dope. Your poll has been added. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, we should definitely use that more often. Alright, guys. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out.